for the amount purpose, so we are not giving credit to him, so it's error for them.
Right. Even Nagesh also said the correct thing. He also said the rating, right? Score.
Yes, yes.
What is the purpose of score and what is the purpose of rating? Ultimately, what are you worried about? There is a risk,
Mm.
right? If I come to you, if one of the friends come to you and he's asking you, can you give me this much credit? What you will think in your mind? Will I get this money back? Or there is a risk? If there is a smaller risk, or maybe if there is no risk, you can say, you will say, okay, no problem, take this money, but pay me on this date. If a friend you don't trust and you feel that if I give this money to this person, he is never going to pay me back, or maybe he will be taking years to pay this amount back to me, right? I need to do multiple reminders. I need to threaten him. Only then he'll be able to pay me this amount, right? So that is the reason what we need to also do is we need to categorize each and every customer. We need to tell the system which customer is at what risk. So some of the good customers who are already paying on time, they are my trusted customers and they are my main customers because of which my total business is dependent on. So I cannot tell them, no, 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 I'll not give you the material if you don't, if your credit is exceeded. I have to maintain the relationships, right? So I cannot clearly say them, no, I will not be able to take your order because your credit is not available. To whom I can say this? Those customers who already have done some, like the market condition is not good and their rating is not good, or maybe they already done some previous transactions where they required a lot of effort to collect the amount. For those customers, I can very well clearly tell them that no, please pay the money first and then I'll give you the material. Okay, so that is the reason in order to categorize these customers, we need to create the risk classes. Okay, normally SAP pre-delivers A, B, C, D, and E. This someone, I think M and Z, C are created by someone who is practicing. Don't worry about the score because we are not talking about the scores at all. Scores is the advanced functionality, but just concentrate on class and name. So A is, again, someone has changed the name also. This is no risk or very low risk. B is low risk, C is medium risk, D is high, and E is very high. So these are those customers. Okay. For example, this E are those customers where I want the system to throw error. If customer with category E, where I can assign this E category to the customer in the customer master. So if I go to my credit management configuration, sorry, in the master data, in general data, there is a credit profile of the customer. This is where I can tell the system that this customer is at no risk A category. If it is at high E category or very high category, then I can tell the system that this type of customers with risk class E, I want to trigger an error message. Okay, first of all, you want to categorize. You will tell the system what happened. Okay, it was not our system. Yeah. So you can tell the system that which customer belongs to which risk class, and accordingly, I will show you this configuration where we can tell the system to give the warning or to give the error or to give the delivery block. So for example, there is a, what is happening? Just give me a minute. In OVA8, for example, if I go for company code or credit control area FSCM, you can see here for different risk classes, I have defined different treatment. So I'm telling the system for those customers where risk class is E, which means those customers which are at very high risk, what I want to do at the time of credit check, D. D means like B, which means error. Give the error message. Okay. What about for those customers where the risk category is C, which is medium risk? sorry, I want a warning message. See, I want to do just the warning message, but for something is going wrong in the system. Okay, and for other customers, you can see for A, for C, for D, for E, I have not defined anything for B. If you are not defining anything for a particular risk class, then system will not perform the credit check at all, and it will allow the order to be accepted without any check. Okay, so for each and every risk class, you have to tell the system to perform the credit check and what should be the behavior, whether a warning or an error or the credit block. So before you come to this configuration, definitely you need to tell the system which customer is at how much risk, which customer is having the risk of a particular category. So if a customer is having the risk of more risk, very high risk, then definitely we will be assigning E in the customer master data. If a customer is at the low risk, we can define A in the customer master data. And in the configuration, we can tell the system that what should be the treatment for those customers who are at A category, what should be the risk for the customers who are at E category. Okay, we need to configure all these things in the system. So let me take you there. I hope we will not get this error again. So SPRO, IMG, financial supply chain management, credit management. In credit risk monitoring, we already created in the master data, we already created the credit segment, and we were talking about risk class. So this risk class, we don't need to create again because this is already pre-delivered by SAP. So this A, B, C, D, and E, these are already pre-delivered by SAP. We only need to use them in our credit control area. I will show you. We need to create them once again, but for our credit control area. But for the standard system, for the client level, system has already provided us this risk classes, which we can directly use. Okay, let me come out of this. Other things you don't need to worry here. Let me close master data. Even this not required as of now. If required, we will come back. Second thing is we will go to integration with AR and SD. Okay, so we are talking about sales and distribution. We need to go to this folder, integration with SD. If you go to integration with SD, here all the configurations related to credit management will be performed, which are related to the SD module, which were earlier available in the SD module. Now they are moved to this particular folder. Okay, so I am within SAP SD, integration with sales and distribution. First thing is just to verify whether your SAP credit management is active or not active at the client level. So if you don't want to use, let's assume your customer don't want to use credit management functionality, then you have to go to this configuration and you have to deactivate SAP credit management. Okay, by default, system activates credit management, but if you don't want to use, then only you need to go to this indicator. And you can see as of now it is blank. Blank means it is activated. If you want to deactivate it, you will tick on this indicator and you will save. Then system will not perform any credit check. Even if the sales order is beyond the credit limit, system will not give you any error. Right? So you need to verify that this is active. This is not ticked. If this is ticked, then your credit management checks will not work. Okay. And as I told you, credit segment we need to create at two different places. One for the client level and second for your SD level. From the SD point of view, this is where you need to create the credit segment. Same thing. Just click on new entry, provide your credit segment RECH, and you just provide this is credit segment for RECH. Okay, if you are getting this warning, just press enter. No need to worry if the message is in yellow. If it is yellow, just press enter and that message will go away. Just save it. Okay, so credit segment has been created. Now you can see assign the credit control area and credit segment. So what we are doing is we have created a credit segment. We have created the credit control area. Now we need to assign this. We need to tell the system that credit segment 1 will be assigned to credit control area 1. And then we need to assign credit control area to company code. Company code to sales org is already done, right? So this assignments will be done here. So assign the credit control area and credit segment. Which is our credit control area? We have created the same code. So RECH will be assigned to credit segment, RECH. Okay, that's it. This information will come automatically. Currency will come automatically from credit control area. Update will also come automatically from credit control area. You just need to provide the credit segment. Okay. Second is assign the sales area to credit control area. We need to assign our sales area to credit control area. This can be ignored although, because if you already assigned your sales organization to your company code, then it will take by default. But when this will become mandatory is when, this is important. Normally we say that each and every company code will be assigned to a credit segment. But what if my different sales areas, okay, just listen to this. What if within one company code, I have multiple sales areas, and for multiple sales areas, I want a different credit segment. Are you getting it? If I assign the company code to credit segment or credit control area, what will happen? All the sales areas automatically will be, which are belonging to this company code, will be assigned to this credit segment. But if I want for my different sales areas, different credit control area and different credit segment, then only I need to come here and I need to tell the system that for my sales area, I want to use this credit control area, which means you can assign the credit control area to company code, or you can directly assign the credit control area to the different sales organizations also. It is not necessary that every time it has to go via company code. If there are 10 different organizations which are belonging to this company code, so in order to avoid the assignment of 10 sales areas to this credit control area, I can directly assign the company code. But if this 10 sales areas, you want to assign it to different credit control areas, then you have to go through this configuration. Yes, Manoj.
But both are not necessary, right? Both sales area as well as this one. Like, depends upon how I.
Either
Yeah.
if you are fine with all the sales areas in a company code attached to same credit control area, then no need to do this. If you want a separate credit control area for different sales areas, then you need to define this.
Okay. So normally, like if a customer is connected to one sales area, say for example, is in Mumbai and the Mumbai branch is handling him, he cannot connect to, he cannot have an order through Bangalore or Pune branch, right? So such things like in such cases, they can have like at the sales area level. If a customer can order the items from any of the sales organization, sales what do you call organization, then like at company code level, if we have credit segment, I mean credit control is better, isn't it?
Right. I can give the example, which is very common, which is happening in the industry. So let's assume I have only one plant. Okay, just example, I have only one plant, but I have different. Okay, even let's assume my sales organization is also one single sales organization, but I have different divisions, and these divisions are my different products. Okay, and for each and every product, I have a separate team responsible within the same sales organization. Let's assume you are a computer company. Okay, you have a single sales organization, but your division is laptops, computers, peripherals, and it is a completely independent unit. The people who are responsible for these units are completely independent.